Hey, good evening, everybody. I am live here from New Orleans, and it's going to be a lovely, lovely weekend. Of course, we have the eclipse coming up, and I might talk a little bit about that. But tonight, we have our last in the summer series of the free webinars for the summer season, and this one is called "Connecting to Your Own Angel Wings." A little different than some of the past angel webinars that I've done. You may hear some similar angel numbers, you may hear some similar little tidbits, but we're going to go off in kind of some different directions. So welcome everybody. Glad to see everybody. I want to thank all of you that have participated last week when I was in Salem, Massachusetts, and New York. We had the big summer purse party and jewelry sale. And we still have about 8 or 9 totes and purses left, but so many of you have purchased that and gotten free readings with me. It was so nice to be able to read for some new people as well as some of my regular clients. And we still have some jewelry left. We've added a couple more pieces. So we'll talk about that at the end of the show. But if there is anything that you do want to order from specifically the angel section on the site, we do have very limited quantities, especially in the angel numbers. So I'm going to bring Greg Bass on from Arkansas. He's feeling a little bit under the weather, so let's all send him some healing prayers and healing energy and some Reiki. But he's going to explain to us how best to place an order so you don't miss out. Hey, Greg.
Hey, how are you doing, Maria? And welcome, everyone. Yeah, super simple. If you're on a phone or your computer, go ahead and open a new tab and open mariashell.com. I will be posting some links for some of the items that she's talking about, or you can go straight to that invite that's sent everybody today for those on and use any of the links that we included there. It brings you right to each area of the store that you need to be to. This replay will be available on all platforms, so Facebook, YouTube, and on StreamYard. If you're here with us here right after the show, you can watch it. So don't worry about missing it.
Okay, Greg. You froze up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I froze
you're
up.
Still talking. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
keep talking.
We have very few purses and jewelry left. I'm sure you see down there, I have a little ticker that says use code SUMMER for 50% off. That was included in your invite as well. But anything that's in that webinar sales store online, you use that code and you will still get 50% off. I have told Maria several times, hey, I think we're kind of stretching this a bit, but she wants to make sure everybody gets an opportunity to check out the jewelry we have. So we left that sale on for you all. So I believe we'll be turning it off tomorrow is what
tonight after midnight. Yeah.
Tonight
yeah. I wanted to, because we had so many people sign up, hundreds of people that have signed up for this webinar. And there's a lot of new people on here too. Debbie Harden's joining us on Facebook and also on StreamYard. And she'll put the post, the links up too, so you can just click on those. All right, so we're going to go ahead and begin. Each one of us has a team of angels that we're born with. When we take our first breath and our soul enters our body and we are born into this lifetime, we have a spiritual guidance team comprised of our ancestors and our spirit guides and our angels. And from the moment we take the first breath, your angels are by your side, protecting you and supporting you, everything that you would expect from a guardian angel. Angels have a very unique energy. It's a peaceful, calm, joy-filled energy, and it's defined primarily by light energy, and it's extremely healing. An angel's ability to heal is all but limitless. And from the physical to the emotional to the spiritual, angels can bring healing to anyone that asks. The thing with angels is they do not have power or free will. You need to ask them for protection. You need to ask them for healing. You need to ask them to intercede on your behalf. A lot of people say, well, how can I connect with my angel? How can I tap into this angelic energy? Well, it can be as simple as speaking out loud to your angels and asking them for support. Many of you over the years have gotten the angel reading that I've done for the last 5 years on finding your angels in your astrology chart. And we all have three. One is the physical angel. Well, we could have a lot of angels, but three that were basically assigned at birth. And one is the physical angel that's with us when we take our first breath, and walks with us all of our life, and is with us when we take our last breath. Then we also have the angel of daily thought, which helps us, is that little voice, the consciousness. And then we have the angel of the heart, that helps us with relationships and love. But your physical angel is the one that's with you all the time. And again, it can be connecting with angelic energy, can be as simple as speaking out loud to your angels, asking them for support. You can also meditate while focusing on thoughts or mantras that relate to the angels. A lot of people will ask, well, how do you actually invoke an angel? How do you know if they're around? How do you get a sense of them? I always say start with a prayer. Start with, no matter what religion you are or what spiritual belief system you have, an affirmation or a prayer is a great way to connect with any angel, especially if you're asking for their help. They respond to the calls of source. And since we're the source energy, they also respond to our calls. They're not our servants, but they love to be of service. So we think, oh, they're the servants of God. They're not our servants. They're here for us, but they are actually almost like a Virgo energy, being of service to others, right? As long as your request to your angels is positive, and it doesn't interfere with your karmic path or blueprint, the karmic plan in your life, and as long as it doesn't interfere with other people, then the angels will be able to help you with your request. The veil between the worlds, between heaven and earth, are growing thinner and thinner this month, and especially as we get into mid-October and even into November. So we have opportunities this time of year to more easily connect. We don't have to spend lots and lots of times in meditation because we're able to go there easier during this time of year. That's why it's easier to connect with lost loved ones, deceased loved ones that are on the other side, and especially in October, November, when the sun is in the sign of Scorpio during Scorpio season, because Scorpio rules death and the afterlife. And whenever Scorpio is highlighted, that energy is highlighted, those nuisances, the energy related to Scorpio becomes more potent. So that's why we end up doing a lot of our crossing over galleries in October, November. And I'm hoping to do one online here maybe in the fall. It'll be a paid one, but I will be in Lake Orion, Clarkston area of Michigan, September 19th, doing one at the Canterbury Village. That's the first time I'll be appearing there. And you have to get tickets on their site. And then the 20th, I don't think I have a crossing over gallery then. I'm having a psychic fair and doing individual readings on the 20th in Davison, Michigan. But in Minnesota and Frankenmuth and Saginaw, Michigan, in October, we're going to be doing like 6 crossing over galleries. So if you're in any of those areas or you want to fly in or drive in, definitely think about doing that. That's a really, really potent time of the year. But if you want to connect with your angels, getting back to this topic, this is a really good time to do it because the energy is more vibrant, more potent to do so. And, the angel's wisdom is more easily accepted and heard. And when you're in a state of being and your vibration is high, we always talk about keeping our vibration as high as we can to connect with the universe when we're manifesting. Well, the same goes to connect with the angels, because as you know, the angels operate at such a high vibration of joy and love and bliss, and they don't carry any of that lower energy. But we as humans can go up and down. We're sad, we're mad, we're disappointed, we're happy, we're excited, we're full of love, we're full of bliss, we're full of joy. And then the next minute, someone can bring us right down. So our vibration fluctuates. So that's why it's always important to keep your vibration as high as you can when you're praying, when you're connecting with the angels, because like attracts like. So one of the things you can do before you meditate is to spend time in nature. Put your lift me up oil on that you might have, or your angelic connection oil that many of you have purchased from us. Sing, play music, do anything you can to relax, and just really try to raise that vibration. But I would say that music, your essential oils, positive thoughts, positive affirmations, and spending time with nature is an easy way to get where you want to go. And of course, playing your solfeggio, your divine order machines too. That immediately can help you. Like I was saying, it's all a matter of vibration. You have to raise your vibrational frequency in order to meet them. It's like tuning into a radio. You have to tune into the right frequency to hear the sound. And then they, in turn, may lower their frequency a little bit to meet yours. And the hope is that you'll meet in the middle somewhere. And the connection is there. But again, to call upon your angel, you want to be in a peaceful state. You don't want to be upset, crying, mad. Light a candle, smudge your room, turn your all of your electronics off, create a really mindful and peaceful environment. And then imagine that your angel is just in another room or outside the door. Just imagine they're very, very close by and you're calling them to be with you. It needs to be a call, I would say, rather than anything else, than rather than just stating their name. I think it needs to be a call of them. So in your mind or out loud, call on them. And 3 is a magic number. So you want to say their name 3 times, almost like a mantra. If you know your angel's name, if you know your spirit guide's name, if you don't know your angel's name, call upon my guardian angel, my guardian angel. You say it 3 times like a mantra. And then people ask about, well, how do I know? How do I sense this? And I think as you do this more and more, you're going to start to feel stuff. I mean, it's really weird, but you'll just kind of know when your angel's around. I have some friends that have passed on, and one in particular, some of you may have known her from Minneapolis and Michigan fairs, Linda. She went by the name Cora. And after she passed on, I could always tell when she would come, because some of her friends had come to me for a reading for me to connect with her. And I would always feel like a cool water on my face. So you'll start to notice, the more you call upon your angels and ask your angels for help, that you'll sense them. Okay. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a medium or a psychic to experience it. And again, the more you create an environment in a prayer and you say your prayers and your affirmations for angelic contact, the stronger you're going to start to feel their presence. And you're building up this kind of muscle, the psychic muscle each time. Most people never actually see their angels with their physical eyes. Most people feel angels and they become aware of their presence. So we're going to go through a list of ways that you might become aware of once you've called on them. You might feel a shift of energy, a pressure change, or a sort of magnetic pull around you or within you, especially in the heart chakra or the crown chakra. You may feel a little tingle or tickles around you or on your skin. You might get the angel bumps, kind of like goosebumps. You might hear a loud ringing in one of your ears. You may feel a deep peace wash over you. And maybe some of you may even feel this beautiful sense, this like you want to cry, but it's more like tears of joy, or the emotion is so strong. You might get lots of bright colors that appear in your third eye, or a big burst of gold and white light. A lot of times people will see angels as light beings. So they'll see a golden light or they'll see a white light. I've had people say, I'm seeing this orb and it's golden. And it could be during the day or during the night. And usually gold is usually an angelic form. That means your angels are around you. And each orb or each light, the colors of the light also signify what type of energy is around you, what type of presence is around you. So if you see golden, that's usually an angel. White light of Christ, angel of peace. Purple is spiritual. Green is healing. Blue is calm. Brown is grounded. Yellow is joy. Pink is love. Red is passion. So if you see different colors, and you will, a lot of you will see auras around people or orbs. And if you can remember the colors, you'll know maybe what the message is or what type of presence is around you. To me, the energy of Archangel Michael, who is the warrior angel, the protector, is a very masculine energy. And I can feel that when I call upon Michael for protection. I feel very empowered and very safe. So, one of the things you could do to call on your angels is to choose an angel first. Choose an angel, an expert angel, in whatever type of energy you want to draw in. Like I said, for Archangel Michael, for protection, for me. And then get to know them better by working with them. When you get up in the morning, call upon them. When you go to bed at night, call upon them to protect you while you sleep. The angels drop wisdom into your consciousness. A lot of you may go to sleep, pray to your angels, and then all night long you're tossing and turning and you're dreaming. And then you wake up in the morning, and even if you've gotten some sleep, you're exhausted. And it's because your angels are downloading you information into your dream state. And then throughout the day, you have these little tidbits of wisdom, and you come up with stuff and you're like, oh, I should do this and I should do that. And I have this gut feeling. And it may have been your angels throughout the evening in your sleep state, your dream state, dropping you information. And if it gets too much, because they're really excited to send you information and send you knowledge and wisdom, you may just want to say, okay, angels, I need to get some sleep tonight. I know a lot of people out there have had that experience. I think that sometimes the angels can send us messages through TV programs, through maybe a book that we read, through a billboard, through back of a license plate. There's a lot of ways that the angels can send us messages and give us the wisdom that we need through signs and symbols. And you can invoke them for everyday things. You can call upon your guardian angel to help you with like parking spaces. I was with my friend Susan last night, and she said, I am the parking space queen. And then my friend Natalia, she has I actually bought her a little angel for her car, parking space angel. But she is so lucky. Whenever we're out, she'll pull into it could be packed. It could be the day before Christmas at the mall, and she finds a space right up to the front. So call upon your angels for parking spaces, broken appliances, lost objects, work issues, children issues, for safe traveling mercies. Nothing is too small. Nothing is too small or too big. And be sure to thank them as well. I always pose a request for help as thanks. So what I will do is, if I'm asking for something, I will say, thank you, angels, for helping me to find my purse. Thank you, angels, for helping me run into this great sale at TJ Maxx. Thank you, angels, for giving me the patience to get through this situation. So rather than just asking for, oh, angels, please help me find this lost objects, I thank them like it's already happened, just like what you would when you were manifesting. So the next thing I want to talk about is a question that I get posed every now and then. A lot of people will say, I believe my grandson is an earth angel, or my husband's an angel, or my daughter, or my best friend, she's such an angel. Well, there's a lot of earth angels out there. You may be one, and you may not even know it. But if you have a very strong desire to help people, you could be an earth angel. You have a deep understanding of the human experience. You possess natural healing capabilities. You may feel a strong connection to the spiritual realm. these are not always, but some indications that you could be an earth angel. We're going to go through what type of earth angels there are, and then you may be able to relate to these and see yourself in one of these. Other signs that you could be an earth angel include a connection with the angelic realm, a calling to bring light and healing to the world. You just feel like you want to make the world a better place. You want to help in any way you can. And people say that you have a calming and peaceful energy. And probably dogs and children and animals love to be around you. So that's what we're going to talk about next. We're going to discuss 8 different types of earth angels. And like I said, maybe you'll see yourself in one of these. And earth angels are highly sensitive, empathetic. They love to give to others. They feel excited and like their purpose is to be of service to others. And I brought this up. I brought this up because one of the things that's happening right now, and I talked about this in my webinar in July, is that we're all going through what we call an ascension. And it's really started real heavily in July and August. Well, August actually was real heavy, and the month of September. And you're able to ascend and moved from one vibration to another, August, September. If you are a person that is 51% dedicated to helping others, to being selfless. If you're only 50% want to help somebody and everything else is about you, then you may not ascend as quickly. But if you're the type of person that gives and gives and gives and more selfless, the percentage of you is more selfless, you probably are ascending right now. And your body, it's harder for your body to catch up. So you may be experiencing a lot of ascension symptoms like pains and aches and ringing in the ears and vertigo and dizziness and blurriness in your eyes and pings in your head. And we talked about this in July. So if you've been with me on that journey, you know about that. But earth angels are very, very much being activated July, August, September, because, and I'm getting pains in the back of my head right now as I'm saying that, as we're doing this ascension energy. But earth angels, they feel, if you're one of them, you feel excited about your purpose to be here. And they share a lot of characteristics with the heavenly angels. Like they want to support people in need. They have the ability to see the best in people, and they're naturally optimistic. But whether you have always felt like an earth angel or you've just recently aligned with this compassionate energy and recently became more of service, you may also find that you overgive, and you may find that you are burned out a lot if you overgive. So you, at times, if you're an earth angel, need to pull back, sometimes from helping so much, or you could have burnout. But understanding which earth angel you are will inform you of what self-care you need to do and help you live out your special mission. So number 1, we have what we call the listening earth angels. And these are the people that are very strong in their clear sentient abilities. It's easy for earth angels to be very sympathetic to people. And they can feel other people's energies and emotions. And people are very drawn to you if you're a listening angel. They'll tell you all their problems. You'll be standing in the supermarket line and then you'll know all about them. Your ability to be compassionate and understanding and less judgmental could mean people will open up to you more easily. The challenging aspect with this is that you may become too drained if too many people want to confide in you. So it's important that you put boundaries up with people. Then we have the healer earth angels. And if you're one of these people, you feel drawn to people who are suffering and you get great fulfillment from helping them. You don't have to act or be in a profession like a nurse or a doctor or a healer to be a healer earth angel. You might heal in the family dynamics. You may work with people that are having financial trouble. You may be an accountant. You could be a coach or a counselor for somebody. So the challenging aspect, if you are a healing angel, earth angel, is that you have to remember that you're not here to fix everyone or heal every wound. You can share and you can be assistance, but you're not supposed to fix everybody. And sometimes that can be disappointing because you want to. And everybody doesn't want to be fixed. That's another thing you need to recognize. Then we have nature earth angels, and these are people that feel a special connection to nature. They're even called, a lot of them are called to work with the energy of nature and take care of the earth. Some of these people can live on a farm, on the beach, in the mountains. If you're drawn to water, if you're drawn to the mountains, you might be a nature earth angel, and you'll take care of your land. You'll take care of the environment. You'll honor nature as sacred. And it may be hard for earth angels, nature earth angels, to live in a place where they're not immersed in nature. If you live in a big city, you need to find a big park to go to. You maybe need to start an herb kitchen, or make weekend getaways to the beach. And then we have activist earth angels. If you guys are finding that this relates to you, and you can put up on this, you can type in, I'm an earth angel, or I'm a nature earth angel, etc. So we can validate everybody that's here. We can recognize you. Then we have the activist earth angels, and these are people that when something in the world is unjust or unequal, it really gets under their skin, and they want to take peaceful, progressive action. You're really needed in the world today, and you're always trying to help people and make this planet a better place for all people, nature, and animals. Things are unfair in the world, and that may make you angry. So that's the challenging aspect to being an activist earth angel. It's an uncomfortable feeling. And sometimes you feel like it's you against the world sometimes. Okay. And then we have the creative earth angels. And these are creative types: musicians, engineers, artists, dancers, singers. You're called to help and heal with what you create. Okay. So and you don't have to be artistic to create. You consider carefully what you put into your creative endeavors and out into the world. And this is, this is a real big gift for the world, especially the people that do it, in their own family, in their own community. But there's a lot of people that are creative earth angels that are on the world stage too. Some of my favorite musicians share their God-given talents, and some of their music really heals. It really heals. So if you are a creative earth angel, your challenging aspect that you take on, you may have to take on painful subjects, tough subjects. Sometimes you're called to interact with difficult situations or difficult people. You may be put in positions where you may feel uncomfortable, and maybe also pushed into the spotlight too when you really don't want to be. And then we have animal earth angels, animal friends earth angels. You have a special connection to animals, and you may feel that you can understand or communicate with them in wonderful ways. You may actually get along better with animals than humans. Okay. So this is the people that have house pets, that save animals from rescue, that volunteer to work in animal shelters, or they operate a sanctuary. When animals are not treated with kindness or respect, it could really hurt your heart. You're probably the type of people that have to shut those commercials off over Christmas, on the holidays, when they show the starving dogs that are chained up, and they want everybody to donate money. You can't. You have to look away. You can't do it, or you'll want to save all those animals. It can be very upsetting. And then the worker earth angels, you love to be in motion. You love to work. You want to help out wherever you can. You can't sit still. You're either helping your family if you're not working 9 to 5. Anybody at work needs something. You're also the person that's the good Samaritan that will open the door for strangers. You'll write letters to your Congress people. You'll volunteer at church. You'll babysit for the grandkids. You'll do a lot of good stuff. People can count on you. And even people with an enormous amount of energy and capacity to give can experience burnout. So the worker earth angels can be taken advantage of a lot, and they can experience burnout more than some others. Then we have the caregiver angels. And whether you are a mom or a dad and caregiving for a large family, or you have a backyard full of vegetables that you're growing for the neighborhood, you feel more joyful and happy when you're doing something that's nurturing. And what may exhaust other people may actually give you energy. You love to support other people, and you can be closely admired and appreciated by folks. But make sure that you have some relationships that are equal, because you may do all the putting in and all the giving and not get much back in return. And it's okay. You have to remind yourself that it's okay to be compensated for your caregiving, whether it's financial or whether it's appreciation in some way. So after going through these, you're gonna say to yourself, "Gosh, all of them sound like me. I have all of them." But there's one that really will stand out. So you could play a little game intuitively and see if you can come up with it. You have to ask your higher self. So after listening to all of these 1 through 8, and again, knowing that you may receive more than one number, ask yourself, what number am I? And the first number that comes in your head is between 1 and 8, is the earth angel that you vibrate more to in this current incarnation. And like I said, you may have 2 numbers. Okay. So there's going to be one that's going to be stronger than the rest of them. And that's probably the earth angel energy that you're working on now. All right. One of the biggest ways angels can send us messages is through numbers. And most of you know, we call these angel numbers. Most people see 1111 or 111 or 11 and 7. That's a very, very popular number. I just bought one of my friends. She had a birthday a little while ago. One of my friends, a jacket, a manifesting jacket. And the manifesting jacket had 777 on it, and it had it all over the back, and it had manifesting words on it, and it had 77 on the pocket. And it's just a cozy, wonderful manifesting jacket. So I'm thinking for Christmas and for Thanksgiving, I may be making some of these manifesting jackets up with different numbers. I'm going to see how we can possibly do that. But my husband bought me a manifesting jacket just out of the blue, and this is what prompted the whole thing. And the manifesting jacket that he got me has I think 1111 on it, but it has all these words for manifesting. And it's actually up in Michigan right now because I didn't need it down here. It's like 90 degrees, but it's on my bed up at my house in Michigan. And he said the dogs love that jacket. He said they sleep on it. They're laying on it. I said, you need to wash that jacket before I get home. But there's just something about the energy. So numbers have energy is my point. Words have energy. The angels send us messages through numbers. So most of us see, like I said, 1111 or 7. Those are some of the most popular numbers. And 111, 1111 is a powerful manifesting number. 222 or 22 is the angels are telling you to enjoy the moment, and also reminding you that you're exactly where you need to be. 333 brings more balance into your life. It's also very good for creativity, and you know that the angels are communicating with you. 444 means that you are being heard and validated and guided and grounded. And 555 is telling you that change is coming. A lot of people have been seeing 555. A lot of people. Throw some numbers up that you guys have been seeing. Leela said she saw 444 today. So Leela, you're being heard and validated and guided and grounded. 777, the universe, that is a very spiritual number. That's a highly intuitive number. It's a lucky number. And another aspect to 777 means that the angels are urging you to relax and let go of your fears. 888, money number. Anytime you see 888, anything with 8 or reduces to an 8. And you're supposed to go with the flow and rhythm of life of what the angels, and just know that the angels have something good in store for you. 999, when you've been working on something for a while, and you keep seeing 999, it usually means that something good is coming out of it. But 999 is also a very karmic number. It usually means something is ending, so something new can come in. And the eclipse that we have on Saturday is a full moon lunar eclipse. I was on a radio show here last night in New Orleans with my friend Susan. She's a wonderful host of a radio show here in New Orleans. You guys may want to tune into it. And she talks a lot about health, but she has me on about once a month. And we were talking about the eclipse energy. And this one that's coming up on Saturday is a full moon in Pisces. And the theme is to let go so you can grow. So there's something that this eclipse is bringing us, but we have to let go of something that we're hanging on to so we can grow, so we can accept the newness. So if you've been seeing 999, it definitely ties in with that eclipse coming on Saturday. A lot of you have been feeling the eclipse. I heard from Carrie today, and she said, I just can't take this no more. She's just coming out of her skin. If you're feeling the same way and you can feel that energy building, you need to ground yourself. You need to talk to your angels. You need to start playing your divine frequency machines that you all have. And for those of you that have the divine order frequency machines, there are specific frequencies that can help you to connect with your angels too. Not just this weekend, but gosh, forever. You know, I mean, anytime you want to use it. Greg, I'm going to have you put up that angelic photo with the numbers. There we go. The angel frequencies. So if you have the divine order frequency machine, which I think most of you do, all you have to do is type in 111 hertz or 111 and then hit OK. And then just let that play throughout the house. That'll raise the vibration. It will invite in new beginnings, and it will help you with your spiritual awakening. If you're looking for more balance and harmony in your home, in your life, at your workplace, etc., put in 222, then OK in the machine. And then that solfeggio tone, that hertz, or that frequency, I should say, the frequency will play. And if you already have the machine from us, you've gotten the little speaker pillow. You don't even have to have the music or the tone flowing throughout the house where you can hear it. You can just plug in the speaker, it'll vibrate, and the vibration will still flood your house with that positive energy. If you do not have the divine frequency machine, we are down to 9, Debbie? Maybe 9. There might be a couple compact ones left, but 9 of the regular ones. You're going to get the angelic connection oil to put on your wrists. If you don't have the angelic connection oil, but you just want to purchase that separately, you can purchase that. Debbie will put the link up just for the oil, but it'll come free with your frequency kit. You'll get the Grababi angel code. I believe you're going to get the Lift Me Up oil with one of them. I don't know. I guess you can specify, right, Debbie, if they want the Lift Me Up oil or if they want the Angel Connection oil with the machine. And you're going to get a bunch of gifts along with the machine. And you'll get some emailed instructions. The machines are good for healing pain, for peace and calm, and sleep. But these specifically are the angel frequencies. Now I'm going to give you a couple more angel frequencies that you can type into your machines that can help you connect with your angelic guides. And one of them is 1074, 1074. That is for angelic connection. And then 2172, 2172 is for spiritual enlightenment. So remember, we have put together those kits for you. I think we only have about 9 left. Thank you, Greg. The other thing that I want to mention, and we just got them in recently, and I'm ordering some more. We don't have enough for everybody that's watching. We have the angel number necklaces, like 111. I don't know if you can bring one of those up, Greg, if you can see it in the store. We have a kit where you get the angel connection oil and the necklace, and you can pick which number you want. If you've been seeing 555, then you want to connect with that 555 energy for change. You can get the necklace and the oil. So we have a lot of, I think we have like 10 that have 888 and 777, but you may also, yeah, he's going to put those up. So there they are right there. We don't have like, we may only have like 5 in one number, or maybe 2 in one number. So if there is a number that you're consistently seeing, you may want to order that now. And you'll get the card with it and the necklace. You can wear the necklace and attract that energy. And then you can wear the angel connection oil too. All you have to do is, just like your pay me oil, put it on your pulse points and sweep up. You want to sweep it up into your energy field. So we have those, but again, in limited quantity. So make sure if you have a number that you've been seeing, go ahead and order that, and Debbie will get that out to you tomorrow. If you keep seeing that number, that's definitely a message from the angels. We have some, and before I get to what's happening this weekend and this month, because we have so much energy, and I know a lot of you are feeling like, some of you guys are feeling high, some feel we're exhausted, tired, some are happy, some are upset. We're going to talk about the eclipse energy in just a second, but I just want Greg to bring up what we have left of the tote and the purse sale. The reason I'm bringing this up is because we only have maybe about 8 left. And this is where you would buy or purchase one of the totes or one of the purses. I think Sherry Hathaway just got one of the last few purses. And I love that cherry tote. I can't believe anybody hasn't purchased that yet. But anyway, you'll get a tote, and it'll be filled with a bunch of different jewelry. But you're also going to get, everybody that gets a tote or a purse is going to get a free reading with me. You're also going to get event tickets for the Cosmic Connection Convention in Saginaw or the Minneapolis Convention in October. And you can bring a friend. So each of the totes or purses have probably about $250 to $500 worth of stuff in them. And this is all we have left. And we will send those out as soon as I get back to Michigan, because I have them with me. But this is it. So if you ever wanted to get a reading with me, this is your chance to get a free reading if you buy the tote. And everybody will get a minimum of $100 reading with me, whether it be 2-question recorded. Some people will get a phone reading. It just depends on which tote you're buying. Okay. Wanda says she's been crawling out of her skin all week. Oh, a lot of people have. And Jay says that she's late, but she's here. That's good. So think about getting one of the totes while we still have them. I also, the jewelry, I'm going to have Greg run through the jewelry. I did ask him to put it back up. He's going to take it offline at midnight this evening. But I wanted to show you some of the jewelry that we still have left. Some of this is below cost. And this is because we're bringing new stuff in. And a lot of this stuff we brought from the gem show in January and February in Tucson. So the blue ice, this is a beautiful piece. This blue ice glacier. I don't think too many people have this stone. This is about peace and calm, and it facilitates change. It helps you connect with your angelic forces. So I don't think we have very many. We only have 7 left, and these would be half off. And they're set in silver. You need to type the code SUMMER, all caps, where it says promo code, You cannot type it in and just at the bottom, you have to actually type it in the promo box. We can't give any refunds. All right, so that's a beautiful pendant if you can grab that. The shungite, this is the cheapest we'll ever have shungite. This is the shungite, which helps with pain. It helps with arthritis. The scientists have done a study on this. This is the only gemstone that the scientists will not naysay, because all stones have natural energies and healing powers. But this is the one that they have done a scientific studies on because it has fullerenes in it. This is very good for pain, energy, and protection against EMFs. Not very many of these left. Less than $20 for a genuine shungite bracelet. And then what else do we have left, Greg? Oh my goodness. We have, okay, so we have the shungite that you're showing. We have the hematite rainbow bracelet. Now, hematite's good for headaches, arthritis, stress reduction, but this particular rainbow hematite is also good for creativity and to boost your vitality and your spirit, your emotional and creative spirit. We do have, I was just in Colorado Springs 2 weeks ago. They had a gem show there, and I got a hematite. I only got about 11 of them. I don't know how many we have left. I got hematite necklaces, and the necklaces have a magnetic clasp. So if you are having problems with any arthritis, you have neck pain, you have headaches, you want to get one of these necklaces, and they're unisex. I'm also going to send you the hematite bracelet. Okay, there's hematite bracelet that'll come with the necklace, absolutely free, and you'll get it for half off. Just make sure you use the code SUMMER. Lapis bracelets, we don't have very many of lapis left, but lapis is a stone that helps deflect the heavy hand of Saturn. People are going through heavy Saturn transits. Saturn is a planet that is karmic in nature, and it makes you work hard for everything you have. And it's been testing Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Virgos since March of 2023. Between now and February 13th, it's going to test those 4 signs again. Then it won't come back for 30 years to test those signs in a square or an opposition or a conjunction. Starting in February, the Aries, the Libras, the Cancers, and the Capricorns will want to start wearing lapis. It'll help deflect some of the heavy energies of Saturn. Mahogany obsidian, that stone is good for court cases and lawsuits. You have a better chance of being able to prove your case and navigate any legal paperwork, any legal issues if you're wearing mahogany obsidian. Then we also have some other gemstones that you may like to take a look at, whatever we have left. We have the amethyst, which is good for psychic ability and intuition. The Quantum Quattro pendant. This actually has 4 stones in it, 4 gemstones that grew together. And then the labradorite, you can see that with the blue topaz bezel pendant. Blue topaz is a semi-precious stone. Combine it with the labradorite, which is the stone to the temple of the stars. It helps put you on your destined path. We have the labradorite 4mm bracelets that are a nice addition to purchase with that. The Columbianite with the Herkimer diamond pendant is kind of like, I don't want to say a sister to Moldavite, but it has that type of an energy. It can only be found one place in the world. It's in mines in Colombia, in mountains actually, and it is a high energy stone. Then we have the Arizona turquoise, which is a beautiful, colorful stone and also good for joy. The Tiffany stone is good for love in the heart chakra. It's a light lavender, light purple, gorgeous stone. Black tourmaline rings, which are the best stones for protection. And those are adjustable, by the way. So those are always good to wear anytime that you're around tense or negative situations. Is there anything else on that page, Greg, that might stand out to you that we can see? Debbie's putting the link up so you can check on all of it. There we have a lot of black tourmaline. We buy it in bulk. That's the best stone to keep negativity, gossip, toxic people, energy vampires at bay. Wild horse jasper facilitates change. The green apple chrysoprase is a wonderful stone for healing. So this is about, we have one more page and that's it. We sold a lot of jewelry So if you're interested in getting any of the jewelry, remember the code SUMMER. We have a lot of money stones and manifesting stones on this page. I can see right now the citrine is a money stone. It's also good for people that own their own business. It's good for clarity. We have the aventurine stone on this page, which is good for gambling. If you're right-handed, wear it on your left wrist to the casino. The nephrite jade pendant, which is extremely lucky pendant, wear it between your throat and your heart chakra. We have Veracite, which is Joe's favorite, and we have the Hyperstein. Now, the Hyperstein is supposedly, from the research I've done, has been banned, and I don't know how they could prove this, banned from being worn in casinos because it says that it gives the gambler an edge. So, you can't believe everything that you read on the internet. So I put it to use, I put it to test. And a lot of our clients have been very lucky with Hyperstein and have reported big winnings wearing it when they went to the casino. So anything that we put out, we sell, we research, or we design, we have it tested and we actually use it ourselves. But we also have the Veracite there, and that is a stone to attract wealth and also maintain your wealth. And I believe that is a German stone. So if you are of German ancestry, that is an excellent stone for you to be wearing because it came from a town in Germany with a similar name. Tauruses, Virgos, Geminis, and I believe Scorpios benefit to wear Veracite. It really works well with those four. Anybody can wear it, but it works very well with those four signs. All right, so that's what we have left. And I just wanted to make that aware for everybody. I wanted to keep that up. Greg's going to keep the sale up till midnight for you all. Before we wrap up, let's talk about what's happening this weekend and the 21st of the month. We have the big eclipse in Pisces. This one, you're going to feel at times like you're coming out of your skin. Ground yourself, work with your divine frequency machines, spend time with nature, spend time near the beach if you can, stay away from toxic people, put up a lot of boundaries. It would be my way I would handle this eclipse. But remember, there's something that you have to let go so you can grow with this eclipse. The 21st, we have a solar eclipse, a new moon eclipse. It's in a critical degree. It's in the last degree of Virgo. If you have a birthday on the 20th, the 21st, or the 22nd of September, or if you have a birthday tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday, it's going to be a phenomenal year full of endings and new beginnings. The whole year, not just this month. But the one on the 21st is a new moon. This is a good time for us to set new intentions, especially for work and healing. The day after, we have the autumn equinox. So summer is officially over and we start a new astrological season, a new astrological chart. I'll be talking about this in my free newsletters. If you haven't signed up for them, go to mariashaw.com and sign up for Star Scopes. It comes out twice a week. And they're short little newsletters, but it gives you a lot of information for the week ahead. And I'll be talking about the fall equinox because it sets the stage for the next 3 months of our lives. And there's a lot happening karmically. And the last thing that I wanted to say was I've gotten a lot of questions. People were asking me to address this. People want to know, why are so many people dying? Why are people leaving the earth plane? I have talked to so many people that said, my brother died, my sister died, my grandma died, my ex died, my dog died. So many souls are leaving the earth plane. And they're noticing it more because we're getting closer to these eclipses. Eclipses a lot of times will eclipse people out. If someone's in a transition and maybe they're in hospice, usually people will leave the earth plane when an eclipse hits or between the eclipses. But also you have to remember, what did I tell everybody back in December of last year? That 2025 is a number 9 year in numerology. And number 9 is a year of endings. So when you reduce 2025 to a single digit, it's a 9. 9 is an ending. All of us in some way, shape, or form will have some sort of ending. It doesn't mean you're dying. It doesn't mean anybody you know is passing. But some people are leaving the earth plane. Some people are quitting jobs. Some people are quitting relationships. And what's happening on the other side of that is you have to have endings to have new beginnings. So if something ends this year for you, it could be big, it could be small. It's meant to karmically end so we can bring in something new. And remember, this eclipse that's hitting Saturday is about letting go so you can grow. So that is my speech, okay, for tonight. Greg and I will have another round of webinars. Some of them will be paid coming out for the fall season. Make sure that you see us in Lake Orion and Clarkston area and Davison area in Michigan this month. And make sure that you sign up for our classes in Minneapolis. Joe's going to be coming to meet with me to Minneapolis. The 18th and 19th, we're going to be in Frankenmuth, Michigan, the 12th, along with Thomas John. And then we have the big 4-day convention, the Saginaw Convention or Cosmic Connection Convention. And you'll get passes for that when you buy a tote bag or a purse tonight. So thank you, Greg. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you all. Hey, Leela. Thank you all for helping me do these wonderful workshops by being here. And may God bless you. And remember, call upon your angels. This is a perfect time to. Good night.